Thanks, Mark. 8 minutes past the hour. Croatians are making plans to resettle land their forces have taken back from rebel Serbs in recent days, as the Red Cross and other aid agencies try to cope with the refugee crisis spawned by the Croat offensive. The UN reports Croatian troops today bombarded Serbs still holding out in the Krajina enclave. The Croatian army regained virtually all of Krajina from the Serbs in 3 days of fighting. In the meantime, tens of thousands of refugees are still fleeing toward Serb-held territory. Aid agencies say the exodus from Croatia could total 150,000 to 200,000 people. One UN spokesman describes it as a human tragedy of enormous proportions in the making. We will talk with an international Red Cross official in Zagreb about the refugee situation later this hour. Authorities in Russia say they briefly detained an American serviceman carrying high-tech measuring instruments near one of the country's largest nuclear weapons sites in Siberia. The serviceman was said to have been taken for questioning near the Krasnoyarsk plant about 2,000 miles east of Moscow. Russia's Federal Security Service says it found the man to be carrying a device to measure gravitational fields. Russian news accounts say the man was freed after a few hours.
The trial of an Illinois congressman accused of sexual assault resumes this morning. Representative Mel Reynolds was accused by a 19-year-old woman of having sex with her when she was only 16 years old. For more, we have this report from CNN's Lisa Price.
Her voice was quiet, but her accusations clear. 19-year-old Beverly Hurd testifies that Congressman Mel Reynolds did have sex with her when she was just 16 years old. Hurd told a jury that she and Reynolds began a sexual relationship in June of 1992. On their first date, Hurd says Reynolds masturbated while the two were in his car. The next time they saw each other, Hurd testified the two had sexual intercourse. According to Hurd, the affair continued through September of 1993. But earlier this year, she had recanted the whole story. Even 2 weeks ago, when the sexual assault trial against Mel Reynolds began, she defended the congressman.
Innocent, of course.
Innocent because it never happened?
Exactly, ma'am.
Now, after 11 days in jail, Hurd says the congressman is guilty of criminal sexual assault charges he faces. Last week, Hurd finally accepted an offer of immunity in exchange for her testimony.
We cannot charge her with contempt. We cannot charge her with obstruction. Only the state could do that. And in order to guarantee that she won't be charged with that, it would seem to me that it's probably in her mind that she go along with the state's position.
Beverly Hurd's attorneys just learned themselves that their client had planned to change her story again. They now know they must work hard to restore Hurd's credibility with the jury.
Up until Friday, she had consistently said that she had not had sex with Mel Reynolds. Her biggest problem, as I see it, is that Beverly is afraid to go to jail.
Reynolds, on his way out of the courtroom, appeared surprised. Hurd chose to go back on her original story. The key witness will soon finish her testimony, but the trial isn't nearly over. The defense has yet to present its case. Lisa Price for CNN, Chicago.
It's now 11 minutes past the hour. Just ahead on Early Edition, an attorney for a suspect in the Oklahoma City bombing asks, did the real bomber die in the explosion? We will see what officials say.
And later, Senator Bob Packwood on his future, while a colleague questions the sexual misconduct charges against Packwood.